The Herb Bate era in Victoria fastball began in 1968, when a nucleus of junior View Royal and Morrison Motor players moved up to the restarting Central Park Men's Fastball League. At the urging of his son Ken, Herb sponsored the team. Under playing coach Tom Bourne, the Bate Construction boys finished 4th, won the Senior B title, and came 3rd at the provincials. That was a good start for the young team, and it prompted Herb to start building a top-caliber team here in Victoria. In 1969, veteran chucker Barry Jackson and huge Gordie Houston added prowess on the mound, and Lou Corkle took over the coaching reins. Bate won both the league and BC championships, but their shot at a national title ended when they lost the Western Playdowns. In 1971, with Barry Jackson coaching, they won the BC title and the right to represent the West in the Canadian final at Halifax, where they finished 3rd. While there, John Osler, who'd become the Bates manager, made a successful bid to host the 1974 Canadian final in Victoria. The Bate boys won 3 more provincial titles and with each won a berth in the Nationals. And each trip to a Canadian final made Herb Bate even more determined than ever to win that title. In 1972, Herb recruited top-ranked pitcher Dave Rothowski, and the Bates squad again made the Nationals, but once again failed to win the Canadian crown. It looked like 1973 would be their year, but that was the year the league switched to a sudden-death playoff format. Thanks to Rothowski's award-winning arm, Bates finished the round-robin competition unbeaten, only to be eliminated with a loss in the semifinals. That prompted a rule change to make the finals a double-loss knockout to ensure top teams wouldn't be prematurely eliminated. That change, along with the addition of pitcher Stan Kern, had Herb optimistic that his boys would win the 1974 Canadian Championship here in Victoria. To increase their chances, Herb added left-hander Clay Allenott in the mid-season to back up Rothowski and Kern. It was an impressive trio, probably the best pitching staff in Canadian fastball, and the 3 were expected to be key in a BC championship in which they'd need to win at least 8 games. But during the deciding games, Bates' bats fell silent for 16 innings. They were scoreless in an extra inning final until a Ken Bates single, a Reg Underwood sacrifice bunt, and another single from Lyle Cornett gave Bates and 1,000 fans their 4th straight provincial title. Al Beasley and John Osler played big roles in Victoria hosting the very successful 1974 Canadian Championships. Herb Bate and manager Joe Patterson had built a major caliber team, and the Bates squad reached the Final Four, only to lose twice to Oshawa in the finals. The following season, after going undefeated in the tournament, they trailed in the final in Oshawa, but then struck for 3 late runs to win Victoria's first Canadian softball championship. By defeating the host team to capture the 1975 title, Herb Bates' boys had won the right to represent Canada at the World Championships in New Zealand. Bates won the qualifying round robin with an 11-1 record. But then an unrelenting rainstorm halted the playoffs after just 2 games played. Lacking a contingency plan, the committee decided there'd be a 3-way tie for the gold. Canada for winning the qualifying round, USA for defeating the Bates team 1-0, and New Zealand for beating Japan in the rained-out playoffs. Many felt the Bate boys got a bad deal in New Zealand, but Herb Bate knew he had the best team and was proud of the way they'd represented Canada down under. Herb Bate was instrumental in adding fastball to the long list of national championships won by Victoria teams, and for that, we're honored to induct him into the Greater Victoria Sports Hall of Fame.